What is up, guys? I am BiGDaDey and welcome back to my second episode of Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi Battles. Now, as you can see, I'm still running with the same team as last video. I will be doing at least 5 videos with each team, just so you can get some good quality videos with each team, and it changes regularly, so it's not constantly one team, but it's not changing each week, so you miss out on different strategies with certain teams. So I'm still running with the Sizzle, Gardevoir, Goodra, Landorus, Zapdos, and Suicune. And also, before we get into the battle, I am in a weird position at the moment. You might notice that from last video. I'm actually laying down because I've recently had surgery, and I had surgery on my lower back, and it doesn't allow me to sit down. So I have to lay down while doing these videos, and I still want to do these videos for you guys. I just have to do it a different way, and if it looks a bit weird, forgive me for that, please. Now, we're actually versing a 1500 player, so this might be his first play in ratings battle, and he's actually got a Sharpedo, Entei, BiGDaDey, Poliwhirl, I think Poliwrath, or not Poliwrath, Politoed, Ludicolo, and Golem. So, very interesting team here. Yet again, he has no answers for Fairy types, so I have free reign with my Gardevoir here, but the thing that scares me a bit is the Entei because of the Snarl. Now, Snarl's going to lower my special attack majorly, so I think I'm going to lead with my Landorus and my Suicune. Landorus and Suicune, perfect leads because BiGDaDey's going to come out and try and possibly constantly paralyze us. They do have like the Ludicolo and the Politoed, which is a bit scary, and the reason why I would like to bring my Zapdos, but I'm going to miss out on that, and I'm going to hope for Goodra's Thunderbolt to do enough damage on those guys. Wait and see how it plays out. Maybe I can get some quick kills and it'll be a 4v2 and something, and I might just be able to get enough damage off, but we'll see how it plays out here. Very good team, very interesting team with 3 water Pokemon. So Politoed obviously is there to set up the rain. If I didn't mention before, it's obviously a rain team. Don't always have to bring the rain, but it is a very obvious rain team bring there with the Politoed, Ludicolo, and the Sharpedo in the one team. It's the only reason why you'll bring a majority of one type. You might think it's strange because I'm versing a rain team that I brought a Landorus, but the reason why I brought the Landorus is because it allows me to put a lot of pressure on the Entei and the BiGDaDey. So I'm expecting the Entei to protect here. It's the most obvious play here. So I'm going to Earth Power the BiGDaDey because the BiGDaDey is also something very scary. And because I'm hoping for the Entei to protect, I'm going to Tailwind with my Suicune just to get the free Tailwind off if he does protect. It just speeds my whole team up, allowing me to do a lot more damage, but he doesn't protect his Entei. Wow, okay. So I get a free Earth Power off. It doesn't kill the BiGDaDey, which is unlucky for me, but I know that BiGDaDey is not a very high special attack Pokemon, so no matter what it does, it's not really going to affect anything. I should be able to get the Tailwind off. I don't know if I outspeed the Entei at all, but yeah, Ludicolo is coming out, so he's trying to set up the rain here, and he's got a Will-O-Wisp, so smart move by my opponent there. I can understand it. I can understand it, but I don't understand it in a way because he's pretty much... My Landorus is pretty much there to take out the Entei and the BiGDaDey, and I've done most of that on the BiGDaDey. And my Gardevoir is going to come out and just do a ton of damage. I'm actually expecting Entei to protect, but when he didn't protect there with Suicune, withdraw. So he's withdrawing Entei, which is surprising. I probably doubled into that, which didn't need to happen, but it's all good. And I know the Drizzle effect I don't think takes rain until next turn anyway, but I'm not going to do a lot of damage there. But I do get a special defense drop, which should allow me to do a bit more damage with Skulls. Maybe get a burn off as well. Yes. So the burn's really nice onto the Politoed, because the Politoad's just going to slowly die as it goes. The Giga Drain was really pointless there for the Ludicolo, because it really didn't need the health back at all. And so I'm going to keep my Landers in, because I think they feel like, and I'm going to bring out my Goodra, because my Goodra is carrying Thunderbolt, and I don't think it's a... Goodra's not a common Pokemon in VGC like I said last video, so people don't exactly know what it will be carrying, so I've kind of almost hid it away from this guy, what Goodra has on it, so... And I also get the boost, so that is going to be awesome for me. Kind of does suck the... it's only attack boost, but yeah, my Landorus should be getting taken out this turn. I didn't want to say obvious, but yeah, it was kind of expected move. If my Tailwind doesn't peter out this turn, I'm going to have an awesome time, because my Hyper Voice is going to do some crazy stuff. Swift Swim, I'm trying to think. Oh, it probably powers the water type moves. So I am Hyper Voicing here, and I will be Thunderbolting the Ludicolo. The reason why I'm Thunderbolting the Ludicolo is because hopefully with the burn damage and also the Hyper Voice damage, I should be able to take out the Politoed rather reasonably easy there. And the reason why I also kept Landorus in is to take that Ice Beam, because Goodra, if Goodra stayed, Goodra came in and he Ice Beamed the Goodra, it did have a chance to get taken down, but because I kept the Landorus in, I don't know why you'd tag the Landorus, because the Landorus is the one that's pretty much getting it killed by burn over time, but they did went at the Landorus, so he's actually swapped out and into Entei, which is an interesting bring here. It kind of does get rid of my Thunderbolt, but the Dedenne will be knocked out, so he's obviously trying to keep his two water Pokemon alive. It's kind of obvious there, because you wouldn't have swapped them both out with Rain both out. I think he's also remembering the Drizzle for Politoed, but he's brought in an Entei in the Rain, and Entei is not going to do any damage. And I'm pretty much going to be all out attack for this turn, because he will bring in... actually, I'm interested to see who will bring in this turn, actually. Because if he brings in the Ludicolo, it probably will outspeed, but I think I can survive an Ice Beam. And in the Rain, it's not going to help Entei one bit, so Entei's attacks are going to be lowered, and because I'm full health, so yeah, the Ice Beam from Ludicolo, I could have called that, doesn't do anywhere near enough damage, even with Life Orb, so that shows how well. So Iron Head, yes, okay, so both my Pokemon survive. Didn't expect the Iron Head from the Entei, that was a pretty smart move there. I actually took both Ludicolo and Entei out. Ludicolo must be very frail on this enemy's team. Didn't expect that at all, but as you can see, when you don't carry anything to counter Gardevoir or allow... it was silly him bringing Entei in the Rain. That's probably the one major thing I'd say. And pretty much now he can attack one Pokemon at a time, and it's going to be over for the Politoed, because it's also burnt, so there you go. So this battle here, the problem what he had with it was he didn't have anything to counter the Hyper Voicing Gardevoir at all, and the Goodra, I think, surprised him. The bulkiness of the Goodra, because that Ice Beam from the Ludicolo did absolutely nothing, and it's 2 times effective, so he just didn't expect a lot of the things that happened, which I caught him off guard with the strange Pokemon, well, not with the strange Goodra, so I think that worked in my favor, and that's pretty much what happens if you don't bring a Steel type or something to counteract a Fairy type. It's very hard to beat Fairies without that. I know we had the Iron Head on the Entei, but it just obviously didn't do enough damage. Any Iron Head from a Bishop or a Bullet Punch from a Scizor would knock out my Gardevoir at full health, but the Entei didn't have enough physical attack. So that's pretty much it. Learn that lesson, bring Steel type to take out Fairy type, not an Entei. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any Pokemon ideas, chuck them in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next video.